the ladies played in their first major championship of the year, the Chevron Championship. The tournament favorite, Nelly Korda, entered with 4 consecutive wins. She's only played before this week 5 times this season. She has won 4 of them, 4 in a row, and she's done it again. A 3 under 69 to finish at 13 under par, 2 shots clear of Stark, 3 shots clear of Coughlin. This is dominance on both sides, Greg. Both sides of the men's game and the women's game are getting dominance right now.
Absolute dominance, which is so cool to see. I mean, first player since Annika to win 5 in a row in 06, 07. Nancy Lopez, the only other one to do it. It includes a major championship. It's so impressive. So impressive. And this is something that's challenging because it's generated a lot of hype. And if you're playing on the PGA Tour and you get a win or you get a little bit of, one win, you can start to get a little bit of media coverage. Things can change pretty quickly. When you start doing this on the LPGA Tour, it's a significant change in media attention. And she's gotten a ton of it. And she's handled it so well. She's been very open, very honest, admits that it's difficult for her. And she said she was feeling sick. She was feeling sick on the back 9 today and is still able to get it done, which reminded me of Max Holmes' quote from the Masters. Like, just because I'm nervous doesn't mean I have to play poorly. Mm-hmm. And Nelly Korda absolutely executes that. And it's great to watch.
KP, that back 9, I know you were talking about it a little bit on HQ. It was slow. When you're trying to go for 5 in a row, you're not feeling great. You're waiting on every shot. That's a different side of the game that you have got to have buttoned up if you want to be a major champion and cap off 5 wins in a row.
Yeah, I was thinking about her in a little bit the same way about that I was talking about Scotty, which is it's well-rounded. Obviously, her swing's amazing and she's great at golf, but it's just different to shut down a major. And she talked about that. She was like, it was the longest 9 holes ever. Now, some of that is like, it was like Cantlay pace of play out there. It was atrocious. Like Meg Atkins for the Fried Egg, who's a great follow on Twitter. She tweeted about this. Like, you can't, as on the women's side, like, you've got this great stage, historic moment. It didn't feel like a major. And I don't know if that's a broadcast thing. I don't know if that's the pace of play. I mean, pace of play was awful. Now you could say, well, the pace of play at the Masters was awful too. And that still felt like the Masters. Just something has to be done about that. But, on the Nelly side, like, I'm just so impressed with her, like, everything but the golf, which is such a weird thing to say when she's won 5 in a row, but to just, I mean, she almost hit the stick on 17. She makes birdie to close it out on 18. It was just super, super impressive from a mental and emotional standpoint. And Scotty Scheffler somehow isn't the best player in the world right now because Nelly Korda is, which is crazy.
The 2 number 1 players in the world, Patrick. So these are not updated yet because they'll update tomorrow morning, but it'll be something similar to this. The gap between Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy 1-2 is the same gap from Rory to about the 85th player in the world. Nelly's got a gap of her own that will get better tomorrow from 1-2 as the same from 2 to about 41, and that's going to get better tomorrow. So these 2 are literally, however you want to look at this, wins, strokes gained, OWGR or the Rolex rankings, they are head and shoulders above their competition.
Yeah, it's really cool to see, like KP said earlier, it's fun to cover great golfers achieving great feats that like come around once in a blue moon that are very rare. And I mean, for her to do it on a major stage is awesome. I tuned into the back 9 and I mean, she admitted it afterwards. some of the shots, some of the putts, the putt on the first par 5 on the back 9 was kind of wipey. You could see the nerves kind of getting to her. She lost her driver a little bit. She hit one in the water there on 15 as well. Was battling a little bit of a two-way miss, but I mean, she was just so solid throughout the week and built up that lead, and saw some, like everyone else, kind of crumble a little bit beneath her. And so golf's in a good spot, I think, with these two atop, just because, I mean, they're gonna hopefully keep doing this, and it'll be interesting to see if the LPGA can keep the momentum of women's sports rolling into the summer.
So she jumps into the lake afterwards and opted for a cannonball. I'm not sure I would have done a cannonball, but I respect it.
What's your move?
Pencil.
I think cannonball is actually. I think Patrick didn't see that coming. He said it on HQ earlier. I think cannonball's the safest, right?
Well,
Yes.
Gotta be.
without knowing what's down there, yeah, probably. Actually, the safest would be the belly flop, because you would have the amount. You would go. I'm
You
worried.
wouldn't go, Eddie. You wouldn't go deep.
Yeah, but you would get hurt on a belly flop.
Kyle, you're jumping from 10 inches. You're not
They're
going to
golfers. I mean,
Nelly Korda tears
Akshay-
rotator cuff after belly flop.
Akshay tore his shoulder up by fist bumping. Like, I
He
don't.
dislocated it.
Yeah.
Akshay would have never made it out of that pond. Yeah, I guess cannonball, but I mean, it was great form. This is the other thing. So that watch that she's wearing, I believe, if you want to pronounce it correctly, it's a Richard Mille, right? It's the same one that Bubba wears, or a similar. She jumped in with it, which it's like,
I mean, she just won 1.2 million.
$600,000 watch, I think.
Well, it better be waterproof at that price point.
You said it was.
They could probably get her another one though if it's not. It's good.
That watch is woodwear.
Yeah, I bet. I would be scared. I would.
Did you get one of those at the Masters merchandise?
That would be sick.